Have you ever found a really old coin in your pocket change? You look at it and you decide, I'm going to keep this. Well, congratulations, you're now a coin collector. It might just be a one coin collection, but that's how it can start. And today we're going through Coin Collecting 101, your quick introductory course to how to collect coins like a pro. We're going to talk about how to get started, what supplies you're going to need, some common mistakes to avoid, as well as some great ideas on different things you could potentially collect. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to know quite a bit about the oldest hobby in history. Coin collecting has been around for thousands of years, pretty much since coins started being made. Whereas in the beginning it was often rulers and the wealthy who would collect coins because they could afford to hold on to them, coin collecting is now something that people do from all walks of life and all age groups. And the great thing is, you don't have to be rich to get started. Sure, there are some pretty valuable coins out there, but most coins are fairly affordable for most people. Not to mention, you can sometimes start your coin collecting journey with just coins that you get back in pocket change as you go about your daily life. So let's talk about what you need to get started. Well, first of all, you're going to need some coins, but we're going to get to that in just a little bit. But honestly, most of the supplies you need, you can probably get for less than $30. First thing you're going to need is a magnifier or a loupe of some kind, just something to be able to see the coin better. I have a whole video talking about this with the ones that I recommend, but pretty much any loupe that's going to be between 5 and 10 times power is going to be perfect just to start out with. Next up is something that as you're starting out in the hobby, I do recommend you use, but as you get used to it, you probably won't end up needing this, and that's going to be nitrile gloves. I recommend nitrile over cotton because cotton can actually damage a coin if you rub it on accident with your finger, and it can make it look like it's cleaned. But until you get used to actually holding a coin properly by the edge of it, and until you get really comfortable holding coins, I highly recommend getting some gloves so that you don't accidentally get a fingerprint on that coin, because those oils on your finger can really mess with that coin over time. Another thing you're going to need are coin flips, and these are basically just a storage compartment for your coins. There are cardboard ones that require staples, but you want to make sure you have a lay flat stapler so that it goes into the cardboard and doesn't scratch the coin next to it. Or the ones I recommend and I use are going to be made out of mylar, and you can put a little information slip in the other side of that wonderful little flip there. And lastly, I highly recommend you get the US Red Book of Coins. This book is fantastic for learning about all different US coins, and it also gives you some values of those coins so you'll have a better understanding of what your coins may be worth. It is high retail in the book, but it does help you at least understand a general range of which ones are better and which ones are a little more common. I'll have links to all these products down in the description, and if you buy through that link, it does help to support the channel. But let's talk about how to get some coins. As I mentioned, you can get coins from circulation in your pocket change. The downside of this is most of them are going to be pretty common coins that probably don't have a lot of value above just their face value, if any at all. Starting off with something you get from circulation like stake quarters can be a really good place to start, so you can really learn about those coins as well as find out if you actually want to invest some more money into this. However, as you get going in the hobby, you're probably going to want to start getting things you don't find in circulation. Stuff like half cents, 2 cents, 3 cents, 20-cent coins. I bet you didn't even know those existed. And to get those, you're probably going to need to find a coin dealer, whether it be online, a shop near you, or a local coin show. But I highly recommend you find a coin shop near you and start developing a relationship with your coin dealers. Let them know you're just starting out in coins and you're really trying to learn, and there are a lot of dealers out there who really want to help people grow in the hobby. But let's talk a little bit more about what to collect, where you can kind of start at. A great way to start collecting is to actually start filling in an album. Take a denomination that you want to start with and start putting each coin in there as you find them in pocket change or as you acquire them in one way or another. Now, I'm going to be straight with you. Don't think that once you finish a stake quarters set, it's astronomically going to increase in value. That's not the case. It's a very common set, but it's a great way to start learning about coins, to start doing something with them, where you start to learn about things like mint marks, where you find out which coins were made at the Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco, or West Point Mint. Or you start to learn about things like mintage numbers, and you learn which coins are rarer than others based on how many were made. Or you start to learn about which coins are circulated and which ones are still in an uncirculated condition, meaning they don't have any wear to them. And going through and filling in an album where you look for the Philadelphia and Denver and possibly San Francisco coins for each year, that can be a great way to start. I also recommend you focus on something that interests you. If you find a particular coin you like, that can be a great way to start collecting. Like if you're interested in presidents, maybe you start with the presidential dollars. But if you're interested in US coins but you don't know really what you want to collect yet, there's a really great solution to that, and it's called a typeset. This is an album that holds one of all of the different coins that the US has made. It doesn't have those super early ones that are really expensive. This one starts at about 1800, and there are a few of them that are going to be at least a couple $100, like these three right here. Those are just tougher coins to get in general, but overall, this set is one you can build, getting coins in lower conditions or in higher conditions, no matter what you want to put into them. But it's a great way not only to experience the different coins that exist, but to have an example in your collection of each one of them, and maybe you'll find that you like one of them more than all the others, and that's the one you decide you want to collect. Now, there's more than just US coins out there. There's all sorts of cool stuff to collect. There are tokens, there are medals, there's silver coins, gold coins, that's pricey. There are coins from all over the world. There are medieval coins, there are ancient coins, there are proto coins that were money before we even had coins. There's so much cool stuff out there to be able to look at and collect. And you can start working on collections of any particular one of these, or just kind of get a little bit of everything as you really figure out what you want to get into. If you're interested in world coins, go to your local coin dealer and ask them how much they would charge you to get a pound of world coins. It's not expensive, and you get a whole bunch of coins that you can go through and learn about. Or if you're interested in ancient coins, believe it or not, there are a lot of ancient coins worth less than 20 bucks. As you learn more about these different areas of coin collecting, you'll realize that there are some expensive coins in every single one of these categories, but there are also some really affordable ones in these categories that are pretty darn cool. Okay, now we've seen what you can collect, but now let's talk about some really important information that you need to know as you grow as a coin collector. And the first rule of coin collecting you need to know is do not clean your coins. But if you do have a coin that's actually worth some money, cleaning it can absolutely destroy its value. And it really doesn't take much to damage a coin. Even taking a cloth and wiping it can leave hairlines on the coin that are visible to collectors and show us that the coin's not original anymore. There are proper ways to conserve coins that might have some dirt on them, but that's best left for a later time when you're not just getting started. Another thing you're going to want to learn about is coin conditions, or coin grading. And if you want to learn about coin grading, no matter what level you're at, this is the book to do it with. This is pretty much the textbook on grading. But just to give you a quick rundown about grading, there's two general types of coin grades. There are uncirculated coins that do not have any wear to the coins from circulation. None of the metal's been worn off. And there are circulated coins where they've had some wear to the coin and it's starting to wear down. But we can break that down even more with specific adjectives to different ranges the coins fall in, like good, fine, extra fine, almost uncirculated, mint state, that kind of thing. And within those adjectival grade ranges, there are specific numbers that associate with those ranges on a scale from 1 to 70, 1 being the lowest and 70 being an absolutely perfect coin. Learning to grade coins is not an easy process, but it's something I highly recommend collectors do, especially if you want to buy coins for your collection, so you can accurately see what the grade of the coin is when you're buying it and not pay too much and potentially get one for a good deal if it's priced too low. Another thing I highly recommend you learn about is how to price coins, because if you're going to try to buy coins for your collection, knowing what a fair price for that coin is, or what you could get the same thing for elsewhere, is really important to know. I have a video series about pricing coins that covers all different types of pricing and its complexity, but that should really be able to help you out in figuring out what coins normally sell for, like the one you're looking at, so that you'll be able to buy it at a good price. Next, I want to caution you about something that's become an epidemic in the coin world, so as you're learning about coins, you want to be careful with this. But these two coins right here look the same, but this one's worth $500 and this one's worth absolutely nothing, because this one is real and this one is fake. It's just a matter of fact that there are fake coins out there, and there are people trying to deceive you. They're being made in mass quantities overseas, being shipped to the US, and when a deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. A good way to avoid this is to learn what kind of coins are normally faked, how to spot fake coins, and just shop at reputable dealers. Whether online or in person, if you're buying from someone who has a good track record and good reviews and a solid reputation of being honest and selling real coins, then you're probably not going to have a problem with this. And the last thing I want to talk about is varieties and error coins. These are ones that a lot of people have a lot of interest in because they learned that they're worth a lot more money. Maybe a common coin that has something cool about it is worth a lot more. However, there's a lot more to it than just finding something that looks weird. It's one of those areas where the information you find online is often more deceptive than it is helpful. There are plenty of things on the internet being called errors that really aren't errors at all, or they're just damage, and there are a lot of things that are being called doubled dies and repunchment marks that really are just some other form of worthless doubling or something that's really not significant. That's where it's important to find some good resources where you can really learn about that kind of stuff. I have some videos already posted like this one on double dies and how they're made, as well as I have some other videos planned on what real varieties and errors look like. Make sure to take your time, be patient with that, and really learn from good, accurate sources like this list I have right here. And I'll have an expanded version of that list as my first post on my new Patreon, free of charge for whoever wants to use it. But on all those things to learn about, take it slow. It might seem like a pretty simple hobby, just getting coins and holding on to them, but if there ever was a hobby where the Dunning-Kruger effect was a reality, this is it. When you think you know it all, you've probably just scratched the surface. Every coin collector out there, no matter if they collect $5 coins or they collect $1 million coins, they all started somewhere. They all started with probably just one coin. But every coin you get in your collection not only has a story how you got it, but also a story how other people in the past got it, as well as a story behind why it even exists to begin with. So in the process of everything you're doing, seeing cool coins, collecting them, trying to get new ones, take a minute and appreciate the fact that there's been a lot of people that have held these coins before you, and a lot of neat history probably took place in the process. If this video helped you out in learning about coin collecting, be sure to hit the like button. Also, drop a comment below and let me know what the first coin was that started you on your coin collecting journey. And after that, check out this video on getting your coins graded, which is something I get a lot of questions about, and this video here about some coins that haven't done so hot over time and might be worth avoiding.